feet. You scared them off. Well, how would you do that, Cece? How did you scare them off? Ah, multitasking. Cool. Multitasking is an art form. I have ads starting in about a minute and a half, folks, for those of you who are not subscribers. You don't belt and crochet, you want to stream, but you don't have the tech to do so yet. So you stream video games and book narration. Cool. Release ball hanging of a dragon? Yeah, that would be a cool pattern to try. I love dragons. Yeah, DM it to CC, or you can share it on Discord. Exclamation mark Discord gets you a link to the Discord. Okay, thanks, CC. What? For wet, wild, slick lip gloss. Yeah, that's different. That's some different stuff right there. Ah, too gooey. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want gooey lips. That just sounds nasty on more levels than I can think. All right. Let me see if I can access that link. About blank. Okay. Just says about blank. CC, did you copy down the link wrong by any chance? Because it gets me nowhere. Let me try it again. Nope. I get about colon blank is what comes up. I'm wondering if it's because I'm in Canada. Some websites don't want Canadians apparently, so the British site it should have let me in, but apparently it didn't, so there's not much I can do about that. It's just weird. I don't know why it's not coming up for me, but I'll try it again later. I don't see Keza around too often, so I don't know if I can ask him anything, CC. I don't know why it's not letting me see it. I have no clue. It just is a blank white screen and it says about colon blank. That's it. You see. I can at least see what comes up in your posts on Discord. That's beautiful. That is a nice wall hanging. At least I could see it there. So that's good. That's good. I could see it there. Workarounds, yes. There you go. Spray paint the dowel gold. Sure, that works. Get resituated in this chair. There we go. That's better. More or less. There you go. Yarn stores are dangerous places. That's true, Cece. That is very true. 100% I agree. That sucks. Yeah, and I would prefer not to go to a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby or any of those myself. Now that I'm up here in Canada, when I was living in the States, there was all sorts of different stores around, but I'm up here in Canada and it's just Michael's, and then you got a few local fabric stores, and that's it. It's like I haven't found anything else for art supplies. There's got to be an art supply store in the area that's like a mom and pop thing, because I'd much rather buy from them than Michael's. aren't any in your area either, Cece. So Joanne filed bankruptcy, but they are keeping their doors open. So yeah, that's yeah. I would imagine it would be much easier when you can just drive down the street. Now I do know there are local yarn stores around that sell yarn. One of them is in the next town over, and when I finally get my floor loom set up, I will probably be investigating that a little bit more. Um, but for right now, you know, I will have to settle for, you know, whatever I can find locally. I ha we moved up here about almost 2 years ago now. It'll be 2 years middle of next month, and I'm still figuring out what is around this area. It'll be 2 years next month, Cece, middle of next month. 2 years since I dropped off the massive 7 boxes to you of excess supplies I was shedding. Exactly. My 3 year is coming up this October. All right. Now I have. Now I can close these because I'm done with these. Done with this color for the moment. I can put this away. When did that happen? And I dropped the cap. There we go. Yeah, being rural like that would suck, Mass Bandit. I'm in a small city here in BC, but it's like, I mean, there's some great bead stores, but they are closer into Vancouver than what I am. And some of them are really not accessible for me, which is kind of a bummer. And then, so there's that problem. And then the other issue is that, you know, the main highway that's east-west between Vancouver and the outer suburbs and going up towards the mountains is the Highway 1. And that's all fine and dandy, except it gets chocked full of traffic. I mean, it gets awful, especially during rush hour. So you really don't want to go out and travel anyplace. because why do you want to deal with the stress of that traffic jam when you could just say, "Oh, I'm going to and go this other place and I don't have to worry about it," you know? Um, they have sorely not kept the infrastructure up with the demand and population of the area. There is supposedly a bead store here in town. I have no idea where it is, much less if it even survived the pandemic, because I heard about it, but then nobody's really said anything more about it. I'm like, okay, is it still there? You know what, Lavina? You have an open doggy door downstairs. You can go outside anytime you want. Yes, you can. And I think you need to go do that if that's what you got to do. Or if you just want attention. Yeah, and sometimes that is a problem at the little mom and pop stores is their selection isn't always the greatest, but you know, at least it's something. Yeah, online is easier, and it's great that they have a complete selection of the DMC because that's amazing. That's true. It is very hard to figure out how much you're buying if you can't see it. I agree. Oh, Hirschner's is very dangerous. When I was in Arizona, I would order yarn from them. Um, because I refused to darken Hobby Lobby's door, and Michael's didn't always have what I was looking for. And even Michael's, I really don't like going into. But yeah, Hirschner's was very dangerous ordering from them because when I got my loom, I ordered a bunch of yarn and I have it all packed away in a box. But you know, it's a serious quantity of yarn because I got enough acrylic yarn to weave quite a few scarves. I'm allergic to wool, so I can't just, buy a thing of wool yarn and go to town. Um, what I'm technically allergic to isn't the wool itself, it's the lanolin and lanolin alcohol that exists in the wool. Even if the wool is washed, it's going to make me break out. You've been getting better at darning, it's gotten you interested in weaving. Yeah, I have a massive floor loom, and I've got to get this room put back together so that way I can actually start working